Hello, I'm doing my top 50 favorite movies. I'm gonna just name 50, and then when I get to the top three, I'll say, 3 to 1. Because I messed up this list. I was counting wrong, and then I got the 30s, and I didn't count correctly. So it's all a mess, and I was just going to redo the list, but that's too much. So I'm just gonna go, I think 50, till the 50th number of the movie, and then just move on till I'm past the 30s, or else I'm going to lose my mind. So, 50 is Clue. It's one of the funniest movies of all time. It has Tim Curry, and it has Melanie Kahn, and it has Eileen Brennan, and Mountain Mall, and it has Michael McKean, and it has Christopher Lloyd, and it's just iconic. 49 is The Princess Diaries with Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews, and it's pure and fun. I just sound like the last number I'm gonna do is 49. But it is so pure and fun. Next is White Christmas with Danny Kaye, Bing Crosby, Vera Ellen, and Rosemary Clooney. And my favorite pairing is Vera Ellen and Danny Kaye because I love them so much. I also love Dean Jagger. He's amazing. Next is Mary Poppins. The only good thing about messing up this list is that I got to include movies that I wanted to, but I didn't get to. The other one that I wanted was October Sky. That's the only one I'm really missing that I love. So that's great. Next is Alice in Wonderland. I love all things Alice in Wonderland. I love not the live action, I'm talking about the animated one. Anything that has to do with that Alice in Wonderland, like merchandise, I get obsessed with. So that's that. Men in Black trilogy, I love all three of them. I know people don't like the second one or the third one, but I like the third one. I thought the twist was really interesting. Obviously, the first one's always going to be the best, but yes. And then Breakfast Club, iconic. I love it all. I love how improvised it was. I love how funny it is, how thoughtful it is. It's just so good. Next is My Best Friend's Wedding. Julia Roberts, Cameron Diaz, Rupert Everett. I just think it's so much fun, and I watched it when I was very young, and I have it on Blu-ray. It's just a really special movie to me, and I watched it endlessly. It's so unique too, and I just love it. Obviously, Cynic and Elise with Cary Grant and Peter Lorre. Halloween movie. Carrie did not like his performance in this movie. He said it was too over the top and too silly, but that's what makes the movie so fun to me, is how over the top he was. Because Carrie did do a lot of comedy, but he didn't do it to this extreme. And so it was just really fun to see him let loose and have fun. And yeah. Next is A Star is Born with Judy Garland and James Mason. Star is Born is like scarily, like really close to Judy Garland's actual life. It wasn't for her. There's two other movies before this one, and then there's Barbara Streisand, and then there's Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. I've seen all of them. This is my favorite one, just because again Judy put so much of herself into this role, and you can tell that she felt this movie very, very much, and she should have won the Oscar, but she didn't, and it's a shame. Next is Tucker Everlasting with Alexis Bledel, Jonathan Jackson, and Sissy Spacek, and John Hurt, and Ben Kingsley, Sir Ben Kingsley, and it's just so pure and it's so sweet. And when I first watched it, I did not like it, and surprisingly enough, it wasn't until I was older and I watched it as an adult that I really enjoyed it, and it became an all-time favorite, and means a lot to me. So there's that. Next is Where the Heart Is. Natalie Portman, Ashley Judd, Sucker Channing. I just love how sweet this movie is. Like all these movies that I have on this list, I have seen like incredible amount of times. There's not a movie on this list that I've only seen like a few times. It's like a lot. It's like over 20 times. I'm not even kidding. That's how many. That's why they're on my list. I've seen them so much. Um, yeah, the hardest I've read the book. I just there's something about it that just always captured me, and I don't really know what it is. But I love found families, and this is a found family movie. But it's just so good. This is my favorite Natalie Portman movie, by the way. I know. It just is. I also love Anywhere But Here with her, Susan Sarandon. But Where the Heart is my favorite of hers. And there you go. Next is Tangled. Maddie Moore is in it. We're not going to talk about the other guy. But it's so sweet and it's so cute. And again, it's a comfort watch and it's perfect. Next is Nerve with Emma Roberts and James Franco. And this is the only movie I have that I bought it while I was watching it. I was watching it on Prime, and I bought it when I was in the middle of watching it, and that never happened ever. Never. And then I got it in the mail, and I watched it the day I got it, and I watched it every single week for months and months straight. And I don't know what it is about it that captured me so much. Cause it's nothing special about it, but it just like captured me. I don't know why, but it did, and I still love it, and I still watch it all the time. Yes, I know I'm not getting into detail, but I've filmed this 3 times, and I just want to be done. So anyway, next is 5 Feet Apart with Cole Sprouse and Haley Richardson, and oh my gosh. Here we go. Can you see it? It's all like Grace Helbig. Okay, anyway. Anyway. You hear the shit. But it's about teenagers with cystic fibrosis, and this is Cole's first role as an adult in a movie. He did Riverdale, but this is his first role movie as an adult he ever did. And it's so special and it's so good. I don't think the acting was that great. I don't think the story is perfect, but it just captured me. And I love the soundtrack. I watched it in the theater. Love it. Paper Moon with Tatum O'Neal and Ryan O'Neal. It's a very unique movie. I bought it last year on Criterion when I didn't have a lot of money because I needed it that much. That is how much I love Paper Moon. It is one of those movies, even when I'm talking about it right now, that I want to watch it. Like, if I see a poster, if I see it mentioned, I'm like, I need to watch it. I need to stop everything and watch it right now. It is one of those movies. And I'm not gonna, that's one I don't know how to explain. It's kind of a long explanation, so I'm not going to. But look up these movies. I'm going to have all the movies posters in the video because I don't feel like having 50 movies on my bed. So I didn't feel looking for all of them. So they're all going to have photos. So there you go. Next is Rear Window, my favorite Jimmy Stewart movie, my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. I also love Psycho. My second favorite, but Rear Window was my all-time favorite. I think it just perfect, obviously, it's on the list, but Thelma Ritter, Grace Kelly, Jimmy Stewart. I mean, they're perfect. I don't like Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly as a couple, though. I like them separately. I don't like them together. But Grace Kelly was amazing in this movie. She stressed me out so much. Thelma, too. They stressed me out so much. But it's so fun. Next is the Addams Family movies. Both of them. Christina Ricci is the reason that Wednesday is the character that she is now. With the stone face. She wasn't that way in the show, the original show. So, yeah, Christina's the reason she's the way she is now. Um, and it says Christopher Lloyd and Angelica Houston and Raul Julia, who was a perfect Gomez. I have yet to see a better Gomez, and that includes the original Gomez. John Ashton. I love John Ashton as Gomez, but when I think Gomez, I think of Raul Julia. I just do. To me, he was the perfect Gomez. Angelica Houston was the perfect Morticia. Obviously, Caroline Jones was also an incredible Morticia, but because I grew up with these movies, so to me, they're my Addams family. So it's just hard for me to accept, even though they're not the original. I always knew that, but they're just, when you see something for the first time and you like it, that's the interpretation that you have in your head. So when I think of the Addams, this is who I think of, not the original TV show. And I've seen the original TV show, and I thought it was really good, but again, this is my Addams family. Anyway, next is the Nun Story. For somebody who isn't very religious at all, this is one of the most watched movies I own, and it's really long, and it just became like a movie that I was watching every week for a long, long time, and it kind of becoming like a comfort watch, which is kind of crazy to say, and a background noise, and it has Dean Jagger, and he's a great father in this movie, and it is just a perfect movie to me. Next is Now and Then. I once watched this movie 4 times in a day, same day. I had to replace this DVD as well because I watched it so much the disc was like non-existent anymore. But it has Thora Birch, Christina Ricci. Thora Birch and Christina Ricci were my queens, like my favorite actresses, with Meg and Ashley Olsen as well. They were my favorite people ever. So to see Thora Birch and Christina in the same movie was like amazing to me. It has Demi Moore, Rita Wilson, Melanie Griffith, Bonnie Hunt. Brendan Fraser is in it. Is a random little cameo. But I keep wanting, like, I ate, so like there's burping that wants to come out and it's not coming out. Anyway, but Now and Then. It's so fun. I love the soundtrack. I had the soundtrack on CD for such a long time. Yeah, so it's a perfect friendship movie. Okay, now I can go back to. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wait till I'm my top 3 and then go. Yeah. Next is Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan and the late great Natasha Richardson and Dennis Quaid, who was, and yeah, it's my favorite version. I like the Haley Mills one, but this is my favorite version because I feel like Dennis and Natasha have stronger chemistry than Brian Keith and Maureen O'Hara. That's just my opinion. I just don't buy that chemistry at all. But I loved Dennis and Natasha's chemistry. Again, it's just, and I love how they had the the original Vicky in this movie, playing the mother of, I'm trying to think of her name right now, but the stepmom. So I love what little Easter egg that they put in there. But yeah, anyway. Next is Willy Wonka. This is one of my favorite opening titles to a movie ever. I just think it's so satisfying to watch. And it's Willy Wonka. I don't really think I have to mention what it's about or talk about it too much. But yeah. Next is Land Before Time. This movie is so sad. It makes me cry when I watch it. But it's, again, so sweet. And it's so perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm watching Austin Harriet. And Floyd from Eddie Griffith is in it. And it made me really happy because I love him. Anyway. Yeah, so I really want... Land Before Time. Perfect movie. Next is Sound of Music. This movie has Julie Andrews, Christopher Plummer. That's all I know. but loosely based on a true story. And of course, the music is wonderful. The love story is wonderful. It's just wonderful. Um, Next is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I did bring over some like three um, physical copy things because I love the packaging. Lord of the Rings trilogy. Oh my gosh, look. And then you have, oh my goodness, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and then you have Return of. These movies are gorgeous. They're perfect. They're wonderful. And I just love this box set. I got this on a really, really good deal on Amazon. Like, they had a sale. Like I don't know what it was. It was some kind of sale, and they had this, and it was really cheap. And it was like, I need to own this. And so, I didn't own any of it beforehand because my family loves Lord of the Rings. So my mom and stepdad had one DVD for a long time. And then, so I never bought it for myself because I was like, I have the movies. And then when this came to a good price, I was like, I need it. It was like still expensive, but not as expensive as it was not on sale. So this is my most prized possessions in my whole life. So there you go. And I put them all in one category. My Girl, again, one of the saddest movies of all time, but it's beautiful and great, and Dan Aykroyd in it, and Anna Klumsky, and Macaulay Culkin, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's wholesome and sad. Two for the Road with Albert Finney and Audrey Hepburn. It's such a grown-up role for Audrey, and I love her chemistry with Albert Finney, and it's toxic, and it's sweet, and it's cute. Like, they're showing the ups and downs of their marriage throughout the years, and it's so good. It's just so perfect. Next is Mulan. I watch this movie a lot. Love the music, love the story. A lot of them I'm not going to go into detail because it's Mulan, you know. You know what that's about. Coraline, and again, people know what Coraline is. I watch it every October. It's one I get, for some reason, if I'm like in a mood where I don't know what to watch, I'll put that one on, and immediately I'll have like, I want to watch this. Like, it sets me off on other movies. So there's something about it. It's very special to me. And then I watched, and then there's Cinderella. I'm not gonna go into detail. And it's Cinderella. Next is Mermaid with Cher, Winona Ryder, Christina Ricci. Name a better cast besides my number one. But anyway, Mermaids. It's another one that I'm not the best at describing, but it's really good. Again, on my list. This movie, I would die for a Criterion release. But who knows what will happen with that. Next is The Bridges of Madison County with Meryl Streep and Clint Eastwood. And who would have thought that they would be an amazing pairing, romantic pairing, but they were, and it's so sad. It's an affair movie. You don't like that, don't watch it. Meryl has a wife, not a wife. Meryl has a husband and kids. Imagine being that progressive, but has a husband and kids, two kids, the teenagers, and they're going away for 4 days, and then Clint Eastwood's character comes. He's a photographer for National Geographic, and he asks her where the covered bridges in Madison County are. So she goes with him to help him find the bridges, and they end up developing a relationship, and it's sad, and it's sweet, and it's perfect. There you go. Next is Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland, and another wholesome one. Just, I love Judy Garland so much. And she does amazing in this movie. I love the soundtrack. I used to have a Charlie song memorized. I don't have that memorized anymore, but I used to have it in my head all the time. Um, there you go. Next is Beautiful with Minnie Driver and Jesse Eisenberg's sister, Haley Eisenberg, and other people I don't know. But Beautiful is a movie I watched when I was very young, and it's about a woman named Mona who wants to win Miss USA, and she has a bad childhood, a really bad childhood, and it affects her obviously for the rest of her life. And she's selfish and she's not very nice. Um, but some things happen that change her journey, and it's unique. It's a very unique kind of movie, in my opinion, and it gets a lot of mixed reviews, but I think it's perfect, and it's on this list because of that. But yes, next is Lion King. um, Lion King is Lion King, so I'm not gonna go into it, but Lion King is good. Funny Face with Audrey Hepburn and Fred Astaire. Funnily enough, I did not used to like Funny Face. Used to be my least favorite of her movies, and then again, I've said this before. I used to do Audrey marathons every year leading up to her birthday, and I haven't done that in a while. But eventually, Funny Face became one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's a comfort watch, and I love it so much. Next is Center Stage, one of my most watched movies I own. And that's crazy. I've seen it so much. This is another one I watched 4 times in one day once. It was like back to back. There was no breaks. This is a movie that can on the background. It's like background noise to me now. Like I know this movie backwards and forward. I know it inside out. I've seen it so much. And it's a dance movie, and I'm not a dancer. I used to do ballet, but I wasn't really good at it. But it's so real, and it's so the end dance sequence is perfect, and yeah. Babysitter's Club is next. This was my not my first favorite movie. My second favorite movie of all time was for a while was Babysitter's Club. I watched it in elementary school. I read all the books. I like the soundtrack in this movie. I love the friendship in this movie. I love Christy so much. I love her so much because her dad is kind of he wasn't there for her growing up, and then he shows up and he asks her to not tell anyone that he's there. She doesn't, and then it starts affecting everything in her life. She lied to her mom, her friends, except for one of them that knows what's going on because she was there when her dad came. Um, there's a scene where she tells him she's going to tell her mom, and he tries to gaslight her and guilt trip her. Like, you promise. And she goes, well, you're breaking it because you broke all your promises. And I loved that scene. I love it. Even now, I love it. Because she was so strong and she was so brave, and she didn't, like, back down from him. And I admire that very much. Next is Kiki's Delivery Service. This is another one that it's automatic for me. There's some movies that I automatically will put on, and that's one of them. It's never like, I don't know what I want to watch. What should I watch? I always like, if I don't know what to watch, I'll put on Kiki's Delivery Service and Mulan or Coraline. Like, they're just the go-tos that I'm like, I love this movie, so I'm just gonna watch it, Um, I didn't, for some reason, I didn't used to like it. And then I watched it and I was obsessed. That happens to me so much. Where I will be like, I don't like this movie. And then I get obsessed and I watch it over and over again. So there's that. Next is Charade with Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant. I love this pairing. I wish they got to do more together. They really wanted to, but it never happened. But it's they always say it's a Hitchcock movie that Hitchcock did not make. And it is. It basically is. Um, and I love it's just funny and it's romantic and it's a mysterious. The first time you watch it, the mystery's there, and obviously I've seen it so much, so I already know the ending and everything. But it's just one I watch all the time. Well, I don't watch it as much as I used to watch it, but I do watch it quite a bit still. Um, yeah. And then Lisa Frankenstein. That is number 13. No, no, that is 11. It's 11. Um, I don't know what to say. They haven't really said about it. But Lucifer Finger has Cole Sprouse and Catherine Newton, and then she brings him back to life accidentally because he was dead, and he kills people that wrong her, and I love it. I love it so much, and I love it's sweet even though there's like killing involved. There's a sweetness to it, and it's funny, and I love Cole as a human, and I love him in this movie and I watched it a lot, like 13 times. I mean, it has to be more than that, but Letterboxd is 13 times. Next is Casablanca. This was not my first. I always say it was my first classic movie, but then I always forget I watched like Wizard of Oz growing up. That's a classic movie. I just don't think about it that way. I think of it as like a childhood favorite. So yeah, but Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart, My Beloved, um, and Ingrid Bergman. I just love it. So it's a classic for a reason. It's one of the biggest, most known classics of all time, and it's perfect. Next is Harold and Maude, Bud Cort, and Ruth Gordon. Chemistry was so good, and I hope they were close off camera, and I hope they stayed in contact after the movie was over, because they were so good together. And Ruth Gordon is Maude to me; she always will be, and it's a unique, weird kind of movie, and it just hit me perfectly. It's like I watched it and I was like, I need to own this movie, and I do, and I've seen it so much. Next to my neighbor Totoro, my favorite Ghibli film. My Totoro is a comfort character for me, comfort watch, comfort everything. Um, and it's so sweet. Next is The One Holiday. For a long time, this was my favorite Audrey Hepburn movie. It's the comfort watch to me though, still, and it's 7, and that's high up. Um, and Gregory Peck, Audrey Hepburn. You don't get much better than that. And then my favorite Audrey movie is My Fair Lady, and I brought it because I love this edition. I'm obsessed with this. I got it a long time ago, but I still think it's one of the most gorgeous things in the whole world. Oh, look at the discs. It is perfect. It is gorgeous. So, and My Fair Lady. I've seen it twice on the big screen. It really took Omen Holiday like out of the running. I but I don't know why. I was just so hesitant to say this is my favorite Audrey movie because again for years it was Omen Holiday, and then just had to face facts. This is my favorite of her movies, and it makes me so happy when I watch it too. I mean, all her movies make me happy, but that one really makes me laugh. I think it's her funniest movie that she had. Um, top 5. Okay, top 5. Hansel and Gretel, another one I had to bring over because it's beautiful. It's so pretty. I did not expect this to ever get Cloris Leachman. I did not expect this to ever get a Blu-ray release. I did not. So, and then especially like Digibook, whatever this is. I did not expect to get something like this. I love the artwork. This is my favorite childhood movie of all time. It's my first favorite movie I ever had. I love this photo, by the way. I watched it when I was 4 years old, and it's followed me throughout my entire life. I had it on DVD for a while, and now I have it on Blu-ray. And again, I'm just like, every time I hold this, I'm just shook that I have it on Blu-ray. So, yeah. And then, top 4. Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie of all time. It's Little Mermaid, but it just means so much to me. A Part of Your World used to be emotional. I don't know why it used to do that, but it did. Yeah. Okay, top 3 is Wizard of Oz. All-time favorite comfort watch ever. Number 2 is Little Women from 1994 with Winona Ryder, Susan Sarandon, Kirsten Dunst, Claire Danes, Kristen Slater. Yes. It's such a comfort watch. It's sad, but it's a comfort watch. It's so easy to watch. It's so pleasing to watch. The chemistry with the girls is amazing. They feel like sisters. Susan Sarandon is my favorite Marmee they ever had. Like, she's perfect. And then my number 1 favorite movie of all time is not a surprise to anybody. It's The Outsiders. It has one of the best casts of all time with Tom Cruise and Emilio Estevez and Patrick Swayze. Did I say Emilio Estevez? I think I did. Ralph Macchio, Matt Dillon. They also had Leif Garrett, who was an 80s heartthrob, but I don't really like him, but he's in it. And so it's directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and it has Diane Lane, and it has a song by Stevie Wonder called Stay Gold. It's just... The universe got together and said, we're gonna make an iconic movie, and that's what they did, and it's amazing. And now I have to find all the posters, and then I can edit and put this up. And I'll never make this movie. I'll probably make a video like this again later in my, much later in time, because this was too much. But anyway, that is all. Goodbye.